Hello, Twin Flames, and welcome back to God Conscious Twin Flame 1111. My name is Pamela, and I want to welcome you to this channel. I want to thank all the subscribers and all my regular viewers for watching and for participating in the likes and comments and shares. It is, again, always encouraging. I have to say that because really it helps to know that the angels are with us and that you're getting exactly what you need. So I have said before, I consider myself a vessel on this journey, and as a vessel on this journey, I want to bring you to God and to the angels to be guided. And really what that means is to your intuitive self, your centered self, the higher self. And I'm grateful to see that this is benefiting you guys. So a little housekeeping. If you would like to book a reading, you can do so in the links below, or you can visit our website at www.godconscious1111. godconscious1111.org. I am still working on the website. I've been very tired lately, and I know that the storm that came through is blowing through all new energies and just causing me to be down and in a more sedate and transitional state. So I appreciate that, and I respect when the angels encourage me to be down. And it just kind of feels just... I feel tired. I just feel tired. So today it is the full moon. Somewhere around 10:30 in the United States. I'm not sure in all the rest of the countries that it may have already occurred. So the full moon energy is showing up in this reading. And it showed up yesterday, and I probably didn't mention how those energies, there's a push and there's a pull in this one. And the best way I know how to describe it, it's just a push and a pull. So there's things that are coming in, but there are things that have to go at the same time. And it could be external, it could be internal, it could be the letting go of belief systems, it could be letting go of a job, it could be letting go of some friends or relationships. For each of you, it's going to be different. So they give some guidance for a large audience, and whatever resonates with you, it's guiding you to that still small voice within. So I'm just a messenger, a vessel of the messages for the angels, for God, and each of you have a specific message within the confines of a reading. So I just want you to take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, then let it go. Maybe you can put it into your journal and see what the message is specifically for you as it relates to your situation. We have a variety of twin flames that watch this video, and others that may not be on the twin flame journey, but we're just curious to see if they are a twin flame. So be guided by spirit in your specific situation. If you would like a reading for your specific situation, the links are below. As always, I meditated, prayed over, and shuffled the deck, and I did a Bible verse, so I will give you that first, and then I will tell you what I was guided to as far as a soothing meditation music. So today comes from Psalms 103, 17 and 18. But from everlasting to everlasting, the Lord's love is with those who fear him, and his righteousness with their children's children, with those who keep his covenant and remember to obey his precepts. So Psalms came after the laws of Moses, and basically the laws are very simple. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. love God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. That's how I narrow them down. Because when you move into the New Testament, that's what Jesus brought. And they needed the law specifically, the Ten Commandments specifically, spelled out because we were in an era of more savagery. Although yeah, I think that the savagery is equally as devastating today as it was back then. It just is dressed up as society. I think as it was back then. So we really, if we just focus on those two, love God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, and love your neighbor as you love yourself, then we don't really have to worry about engaging in the other sins. However, as simply put as that may be, we do struggle in this lifetime with following those because we have been traumatized. So I talk about that, and these cards are talking about that again. So your overall energy is in the Nine of Swords. This is that energy of anxiety and fear, and that we're seeking some wisdom with the owl. We had that yesterday, and in this one, the moon is it's not a full moon, but we're in an illusion of fear and anxiety. So what we might be doing in that is just kind of giving up, an era of nonchalance, like we're bored, like we just don't want to do this anymore. And then yesterday, when I did the final spread for the feminine, for some of you, it said, don't give up. Don't give up. You might be tired, but don't give up. This could be for some of you, not just in relationships, but in work. Seek inside for how they want you to pursue maybe a new career. You've been given internal guidance, but you might not be following it. And they're saying for the twin flames, you have the three cups, and that's the divine feminine, divine masculine, and divine God. So the Trinity. So you're not even looking at that. You're just looking up like, oh, I'm waiting for you to just hand me that cup, Lord. But it's almost still without reach. Still, I can't get to it. So just know that that energy will pass, and that you're in some defensive mode, maybe with your divine partner, maybe in your work. This looks like a home card because that's in the home position, so you can win this battle. Just don't go into the fight. Don't go into the fight. Now, if you've been guided to talk to your divine twin flame, and unexpectedly he rejected you, or she rejected you, he has to, or she has to, we don't have to take it personally. Oh, I'm getting buzzing. So yeah, don't go in with any expectations, really, is what that's saying. Don't go in with any expectations. Your ideas and beliefs might be challenged, even by your divine partner. And you have to stand firm in the truth. The truth is that I know that this is for me, but it is not ready yet. And whatever message you may have had to deliver to your partner, that was all you were supposed to do, and then you were supposed to stand down. And you're just a messenger. Like, I'm just the messenger. I don't, I'm kind of disappointed to see this. But I'm just a messenger. So I'm also not just disappointed, but I am happy to be able to say, you know what, this energy will pass, because I was in it for a long time. This energy will pass. You want to just be mindful that this is for your good. This is not to harm you, but this is for your good. And if you're challenged on your belief systems, stand firm. If you waffle, if you're of double-mindedness, then, and not standing in your conviction, then you're not leading as the light that you are. You can stand in your conviction and not have other people's approval. You don't need it. You don't need it. So you don't have to feel like, you were robbed or that because they don't believe you that you're in defeat, or that just because things didn't go the way you expected. Be diplomatic. Be tempered in how you handle that information, because your outcome, your role in this, you're abundant. You're abundant in your beliefs. You're abundant in the world. You're abundant in finances. You're abundant in the material world. You are you have transformed your energies to the higher energies. You want to stand in this. So, we have these, you have celebration as your outcome. Good news. Celebrating with friends in your outcome. So that's the push and pull of the energy of this moon. So we have this, and this. So there's some sense of isolation, but then there's this. So this full moon energy, that, be mindful it's the full moon energy. Ask it what it's telling you. Ask what needs to go so that you can celebrate. Yeah, okay. Ask what needs to go so you can celebrate. You can stand firm and convicted in your belief systems. And you, since you're a leader, and so I have this vision of you walking in the direction towards the light and everybody else still in the darkness. And there was a meme on Facebook that I used to see a lot. So you're the black sheep, essentially, quote unquote, and everybody else is the white sheep. And so they feel like they fit in, and here you are, challenging their ideas and saying, no, that's not correct. So what you're doing is you're going into the world of the spirit. You're not the black sheep. You're not an outcast. You are a leader. And as a leader, we have to remember that it's only at the top. It's only at the top. So sometimes we have to just be still and know that the information that we have within us is correct. Because here's the other side of that. If it isn't correct, or you're not yet solidified in your foundation of the truth, you will feel like this. So for some of you, this is, I'm getting there, but I don't yet feel confident in the messages I'm getting. And so you might feel a little bit of this, and you might feel a little isolated, a little lonely. You might have some anxiety about the direction that you're taking. But you, underneath that, you're walking away from those energies as well. To be the leader, you have a 3 of Wands. So you've turned your back to the past, anything that doesn't serve you and your ideas and your beliefs, to go and achieve the world, which was underneath that. So get rooted in the truth. You will be alone at times on that. You will be. But that does not mean that you have to give up, because you can celebrate it. God and the angels will put people on your path that you can celebrate this life with. Your newfound knowledge, your newfound information, your newfound self. And you do not have to conform to the ways of society in that regard. We have to follow certain rules, but we do not have to conform. I had that little discussion with my daughter a couple of weeks ago, and she said, well, can't you be more like such and such? And I said, you mean, are you asking me to go against my truth in order to appease others in their lie? And when you put it that way, you realize that no, thank you. If I have to be alone on this, I'll be alone on this. Because I'm not going to perpetuate a lie. I'm not going to co-sign anybody else's deceptions, essentially. So they want to say all sorts of stuff about other people, but they're not living in their own truth. And no, I'm not going along with it. No, I will not agree with it. I'm kind of asked to pull another from the Cyril McKay Tarot of Dreams clarifying card on this full moon energy. Okay, so the meditation music that I was listening to before I went back into the verse was Divine Love Meditation, Theta Binaural Beats by Good Vibes. By Good Vibes. Yeah, Queen of Swords. So, yes, your beliefs are challenged, you're alone, but you're an angel in this. And you have to stand firmly in the ground. And I think we did that verse, oh no, that was it. Stand firmly with your armor of God. Stand firmly with your armor of God, see? Stand firmly with your armor of God. That was the message. And I'm not good at remembering verses in which books they're in, but I will pull that for you now. Oh, don't want to do that. So I just want to give you a heads up that I will be out of town again this weekend, so I will not be doing readings. I'm going to try and get some done. I'm leaving Friday. I should be back on Sunday evening, so I will not be doing readings over the weekend. I'll probably do just the 3-card, and I have to go to South Carolina. And I'm so excited about that. I was asked to officiate a renewal of vows, which is really, really cool. The God and angels have asked me to become a wedding officiant, but I have not done so yet. Standard. Okay, so what am I looking here for? Armor of God. I'm sorry. So I Google everything and just kind of search. And then I follow everything that they give me usually. I don't have to do it as much as I did anymore. So it's Ephesians 6:10 through 18. Okay. The armor of God. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you have done everything to stand, stand firm then, and the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all of this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, and pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. So there's your armor. There's the verse they wanted specifically for this reading. See? Because you have this, so we're not battling against, always against the flesh. We're battling in the spiritual world. And that's what your divine masculine is battling against. And he does not always recognize his role in this. So you got to be the Queen of Swords. And then the sun underneath. So the sun will come out on this matter. You will be vindicated. And the vindication, don't look for it, it'll show up. It'll show up in little ways with those little miracles that we talk about in the readings. And self-employment, focus on that. And that was in the work position. I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. And the law of attraction. Each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends. To invest wisely, you have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. So focus, what you focus on grows, and you want to focus on the areas in which you, like a vision board, what you want, not which that you don't want. Focus on what you want. You want this twin flame union. You focus on that. Don't go by what your eyes see. If he's acting in deception or in the page energies, or if he's, it feels like he's taking something from you, bring that to God and let God replace that, and he'll give it to you in ways in which will be fulfilling. But if your focus is on the divine masculine, nothing's going to satisfy but getting the divine masculine, and you're going to be stuck. So what they want you to do is stop that and focus on all the good that is around you, and cut the cords of lack as it relates to this relationship. Cut the cords of lack. Those are the messages that I got while in prayer and meditation today, and information that came at me helps me to relay it back to those that need it. So this isn't for everybody. This is for some of you. Just know that the testing of the push and that pull is so that you can become rooted in the armor of God, so that you can be rooted in the heavens, so that you can be rooted in the heavenly realm, meaning you're standing in your peace. Nobody has the power to take that peace from you unless you allow it. So that's been the message, I think, the past few days, if I remember correctly. Those of you that are really in struggle, they really want that for you. And they really want for you to get out of that swords energy. It looks a little bit more, because that's self-imposed. It's self-imposed. You can get out of that. That's self-imposed. That could be some self-pity even. So, no. You are a queen. You stand in the armor of God. You just need an extra tool to replace that old tool of feeling rejected. Rejection is not of God. That is of the evil one, to get you off this path, to distract you, to keep you down. And that's not how God made you. So see how God made you to be strong, and the peace that is given to you is yours forever and ever. But we have that dichotomy again of the dark and the light, and so that push and that pull. So you want to make sure that when you're being pushed, that you get into prayer and let God take this, and you ask your angels for guidance, and that you stay firmly rooted in the truth. And the truth is love, and the truth is peace, and the truth is self-confidence, courage. You have all those things. Now they're honing that on you. That's really, they're honing that. There's nothing else I can say about that. Law of attraction. You want the love, you stay in love. You straighten that crown, and you just keep on walking, girlfriend. And or if you're a guy, little brother, I would call you. You've got this. Don't let the fear that you're not hearing from him blind you. Let yourself enjoy life. Be free. So those are your messages for today. This is probably the full moon again, doing a releasing of stuff that you no longer need, and you want to keep yourself light some candles, take a bath. That's what else they're saying. If you have a selenite wand, they're very beautiful, and I use this to clear. I can just clear by just rolling my hand down and out across my head and my heart and out, like a wave, and saying, nope, angels, please clear me of this energy. So you can do that too. But whatever works for you, like candles, do some rituals, meditate, tell the anxiety that God is taking this from me. I no longer need this. So that's your reading for today, Twin Flames. I want to thank you for watching and sending love and light to all of you. Thank you. Again, if you want a private reading, please click the links below. I would be happy to schedule you. And if you haven't, click the little bell button so you get the most recent messages for today. And please leave your comments, suggestions. I do tend to answer within like a 12-hour period any comments that come through. Alrighty, peace.